Alright, so this is like my first time doing this cooking show thing. So yeah, bear with me folks. It'll get better, I promise. But today we're going to be making two very, let's say like they're summery meals. We're going to make a healthy sauteed option, and then we're going to make one that's not so healthy. You know? Um, but it's gonna be pretty good. So let's get this started. We have like 3.5 pounds of chicken strips that I got. They're already washed and everything. So we're gonna take about half of them, throw them in this pan right here, pot right here, or dish, whatever. So these are gonna be the ones that we're going to fry. Can't seem to get this thing. Anyway, so we're gonna fry these ones. It's gonna be really quick, really simple. Got half that there, and then you're going to, for the other half, we're going to cut those into like bite-sized cubes, and we're going to saute those with some mushrooms, red and white onions, and bell peppers. And we're going to have some corn on the side also later on. Wash my hands. Set this thing down. I'm like the worst camera person ever. Alright, so I've heated the oil up already. The oil's been ready for a little bit now. So as soon as we get the chicken seasoned and breaded, we'll be ready to roll. I need a camera person. That's what I need. There we go. Alright. Season it however you guys really like to season it, but I always use garlic salt, crushed red pepper for, a little spice, a little kick. If you don't have crushed red pepper, you can use cayenne pepper or whatever kind of pepper of your choice, but that's just my preference. Not everybody likes it, but whatever. And I've got some seasoned salt. And again, just like a pinch with salt to taste, seasoning to taste, your taste, that is. Alright, give that a little mix. Just gonna mix it up for, make sure this mix up so they're all seasoned. Now for the breading. You can go actually a couple of different ways. Like I said, you can go a couple different ways. If you want to use some egg, you can use egg, a little bit of egg, dip the chicken in the egg. And then after you do that, roll it around in the flour. That way it sticks and it gets that really crispy, crunchy coating that most people like, that fried chicken is. But we're going to do a little bit of a speedway, and it's going to be less fattening and more, so you can watch your figure for the summer. Take about, say about like a cup of flour. Now, you season the chicken lightly because my trick is to also season the flour, so that way you get that full flavor through and through. But don't over season it because you don't want it to be too salty or too peppery or anything like that. Then it's when you have people trying to cut you out. But that's just my little trick. Mix that up and just dump these in here. You can dump them in a few at a time. There we go. Shake it up. Make sure they all get that even coat. All coat it evenly. Shake them off. tap them on the side, you know, to get all that extra flour off of them. We're gonna take you can either put them in a fryer, as is what we're gonna do here, or if you prefer to cook them on the stove, fry them on the stove, do it like that. But that just, to me, that takes too long. All right, arrange them in there so they don't stick to each other. I have the temperature set to 350, so they should cook pretty quickly. It's been ready to heat up. The oil's been heating up for a while, so. And always make sure you cook your food to 165 degrees so you don't get anybody sick. We're gonna put the rest of these in the flour over here. And while those other ones are cooking, you can set these right back in here like this. Now, some people save flour. I really don't like believing that, because it's like that's just not my thing. I mean, you do you, but hey, I'm not doing that. So hold on 1 second. And I usually like to clean as I go, so that way you're not stuck with a whole bunch of dishes at the end of the night. But I firmly believe if you're cooking for people, like, they should be the ones to clean up. But, you know, some people just don't have that thought process. So like I said, we're going to put these in the refrigerator while the other ones are cooking. Wash my hands real quick first. And then we will start on the sauteed chicken. Alright, same thing goes for these. Move this camera. Alright, there we go. So we're going to do the same thing for the other half of the chicken. But just a little differently. So set that on your cutting board. Get you a good knife. And what we're going to do now is cut them into little squares. Like little chunks, you know, bite-sized pieces. And toss them into that bowl over there. And while that's doing that, you can go ahead and heat your skillet. I recommend using a bigger one, because we're going to add some stuff to this as well. I like definition, and like, so you can see the things in the food, see what you're eating, and see how it all mixes up. So you have small chunks, you have big chunks, and they cook quicker. This meal really shouldn't take too long. I forgot to set the timer. It's like a 25-minute timer, but we'll see how long this video is. So far, it's only been 9 minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna go make sure the chicken's done good over there. Alright, so we're gonna turn this pan on to a low medium, so you know it doesn't get too hot too fast. Just 1 second. Now this chicken strip should only take like maybe 10 minutes. Once you see them start to float, that's when you know that they're ready. We're just gonna make sure that they're like golden brown. So season these. Seasoned salt, a little bit of garlic salt. Again, some crushed red pepper. Salt. Not too much, you don't want too salty. Salt over the side. I saw that on Rachel Ray. I've got some regular black pepper. And just mix that up so that they all get coated evenly. We're going to use a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Maybe like just a capful. You don't really need too much. I'm going to add some more stuff to it. Just cook the pan evenly. Cook the pan like so. Now, you can go ahead and throw these the chicken into the pan. Go ahead and get those seasoned up a little bit, or sauteed up a little bit. And we're going to add lemon. And to make sure like you get a good squeeze of lemon out of the lemon, juice out of the lemon that is, roll it around on the counter first. So that way it loosens it up. Cut that in half. Go and rinse other vegetables off. Alright, so I'm turning the heat up a little bit, medium high. Now, we're making 2 meals. So like one could be like a lunch, and say since it's the weekend, the other can be for dinner. And they're both very quick, very inexpensive, and very delicious. Squeeze the lemon out, some chicken, like so. Alright, so we're going to do some mushrooms. You can either buy your mushrooms like pre-sliced, or you can slice them. If you don't like mushrooms, you definitely don't have to use them, but I do, so that is how I'm rocking out. Now, we're going to cut them evenly into like little slices. You're going to throw half of them into the pan with the chicken that's being sauteed. The other half can go in a separate Tupperware thing, because we're going to make a salad with that. A fresh, cold, like summer salad. And once you can hear that the other chicken is finished, because it's not really making all that noise that it was. Like I said, we're going to make sure it's a golden brown. Let that sit. Oh, that looks so good. And you want to keep the heat low on this. If you didn't pre-cut your vegetables, like I probably should have, but it's my first time on this video thing, so I wasn't really prepared. I was trying to get my YouTube page set up and all that, but it's another story for another day. So anyway, mushrooms, cut those, slices. We also have a little bell pepper. You can use any color. I like bright, vibrant colors because I like my food to look good. So if it looks good, 9 times out of 10 it'll taste good. And who doesn't like a pretty dish to look at? So just cut those. And I got these at the farmer's market, and she said they were turning, so like they look like they're bad, but they're really not. They're going from green to red or red to green, however they go. So that's pretty cool. They'll have different flavors to them, which is really good. Now you can either julienne these, which is just the long thin strips, and those are the ones that I'm going to use for the salad. Now to go with the chicken, I chopped them up. So you got the julienne ones like these, and then you have the chopped ones, and also to be added into this. Turn this down. A yellow and a red oak. Same thing for the onion. Chop these. And like I said, you can mince them, you can chop them. It's really your preference, but not everybody likes onions, so I like to keep them kind of big so that way they can pick them out if they don't want them. And if you don't want to use both red and yellow onions, it's totally your choice. But it gives it a nice flavor to me.